if you are new here, and if you are not new, thank you so much for coming back and watching. Today we are going to be doing another military spouse horror story video. So get ready for some craziness, possibly. I have not read any of these, so I don't know what we're getting into, but I kind of hope it's juicy and good and crazy, because that's just entertaining. So let's just get right into it. And this is ice cream, so I will be eating my ice cream. Hey, so I wanted to tell my horror story about a wife that we knew and helped out multiple times. Her husband was a coworker and a good friend with mine, and he would hit her occasionally. Yes, very wrong, but she used to abuse him more often, to the point he started fighting back. Anyway, she got hit and had to stay with us for a week while he got investigated, and while with us, she tried to seduce my husband and then offered a threesome. We made her go home. Later on, she called the MP saying her husband hit her again, and he got a restraining order, and he needed to stay with us for the time being. While he was with us, he said she made it up that he got her again and was threatening him with a divorce. We found out during that month she made an OnlyFans and started meeting up with multiple soldiers and sleeping with them, and also a few females who were married. She then found out the female slept with a dude she was also sleeping with and started to self-harm. She also used to call my husband daily to get a hold of hers, even though she filed the restraining order to be a no-contact one, and yet was causing issues with us and trying to ruin my marriage in the process. After she cheated and had multiple pregnancy scares, she tried accusing her husband of being unfaithful and demanding money to not get him in Article 15 for an affair, which he never did. Then one night she cut herself again over the dude she was cheating on with, because they made a sex tape and sent it to his friends and made her husband go give her a shoulder to cry on. They finally decided to try to make it work a few months later, and then he found out she still had a Tinder and got chlamydia. Oh my god. After that, she had constant yeast infections since, and my husband said she's still crazy and threatens to shoot and stab her husband daily and beats him to try to get him to hit her back again so she can get him kicked out. He's actually trying to make it work and hasn't abused her since the first time. She also found out I was pregnant at the time and kept calling my daughter the N-word while in the womb, saying it was going to be her baby, and to have her on her birthday since my baby was due a week before her birthday. Then got mad when I said I don't want her anywhere near my family, especially when my daughter was born. Wow. That was a good start off to this video. That is crazy. Like, she legit needs to go into a crazy home. Like, her poor husband, man. Ugh. He's getting beat by his wife and then getting accused of beating her, and then she's cheating on him and she's getting chlamydia, and he's trying to work it out because oh my gosh, he probably still loves her, but is like, that's so sad. I feel bad for the husband. That wife needs to be locked up. This makes me not want to try and find people to be friends with. Honestly, like, this terrifies me to no end. I would much rather be lonely and bored than have a crazy ass friend like that. So my husband had a spouse that showed up at work pissed off that her husband and wasn't getting off by 5 p.m. every day. She either called or showed up at least once a week demanding he be off by 5. She even showed up with a piece of paper one time demanding my husband sign it, saying he only had to work 9 to 5. Of course he didn't sign it. Then they had the MPs called for domestic violence because she beat him up. What? What the hell? Okay, honey, your husband does not have any choices. He is owned by the government. I hate to break it to you, but he's owned by the government. If they want him to stay until midnight, he has to stay until midnight. That's just the way it is. Like, wow. Why? Oh my God, that's so embarrassing. Like, I feel embarrassed for her and her husband. Like, why would you go to his work and yell and demand he be off by 5 and have him sign a sheet to make him be off by 9 to 5? Ooh. That's embarrassing. And then she beat him up. Like, why would you beat him up? Like, he doesn't have a choice. If you want to beat somebody up, beat up Uncle Sam, because, like, they're the ones who make the decisions. Like, I don't understand. But, okay. Yeah, that's embarrassing. Again, I know I've said that like a billion times, but that's embarrassing. Alright, on to the next. Oh, my battery's about to die. Hold on. Alright, put a new battery in. Alright, y'all better buckle up because this one's long. You ready? My husband was in the 31 Delta, deployed out of Fort Benning. There was a lonely FGO field grade wife who had a boy toy on the side. Her husband and my husband were deployed together in Iraq. I happened to be on the med/surge floor that day when she was there for recovery from surgery. I was walking down the hall from a patient heading back to the nurse's desk when I heard shouting. I was like, okay, I need to see who's yelling and why. I would do the same. This woman, we will call her Wendy, was arguing with a doctor. From what I could tell, he was uncomfortable with the situation. I found out later that was her brother-in-law, her husband's brother. Her surgery was a temporary colostomy, what is that? Due to a perforated bowel. Oh, okay, I know what that is. A perforated bowel. She told her brother-in-law she was playing with toys and got a little carried away, but what she disclosed to me, it was she and her younger side piece got a little carried away with the anal sex toys. He knew it was a lie. He had access to her chart because of he's a surgeon in the hospital. Part of the colostomy process was sewing up your asshole. Oh God. Oh, brutal. Seriously, due to the severity of her injuries and her delay in medical care, she was hospitalized for about 10 days. Meanwhile, her husband came home on emergency leave. She told him the same lie she told his brother. He, of course, believed it, but his brother couldn't and wouldn't disclose any of the details of why and how her bowel became perforated. They were divorced by the end of his tour. He had found out about her affair. This one is a little different. Okay, so she's got multiple. So that was one. That is crazy. Oh my God. Can you imagine having your butthole sewed up? Ooh. Like, not even sitting would be comfortable. Like, oh my God. The pain. Okay. Whew. That's crazy. People need to stop cheating. Stop all that, because nothing good comes from it. You have to get your butthole sewed up. Like, come on. Anyways, here's another one from the same girl, I guess. Where'd it go? Okay. This one is a little different. There was a young second lieutenant, just barely commissioned. She was beautiful. She drew the attention of anyone. Sometimes it appeared rather deliberate. She and her husband were geographically separated, leading different careers, and he didn't want to follow. Her second duty station was Fort Hood. What? Fort Hood? If you don't know, that's where I'm at. She had been having an affair, and one day when her husband surprised her with a visit, as she was showering in her home on post after PT, her lover comes by. The two men run into each other as one is leaving, the other is arriving. Oh God. To save face, to try and save her marriage and her career, she cries rape. Oh my God. Are you kidding me? Gross. She makes a big deal of it. There's a news story about it. Oh my God, this would happen at Hood. It would. Like, seriously. There's a news story about it. She attempts to show how he entered her home, how he attacked her, and etc. I know this woman. She flaunted our affair and tried to pass him off as her husband. Those of us who knew her from a previous duty station knew he wasn't her husband. Another experience I had. Oh, okay, so that's another. This chick has a bunch of stories. My God, how does she have this many stories? Okay, that's crazy. Like, that's just wrong. Okay, like, one, cheating on your husband is wrong. We all know that. Two, saying that pretending you were raped is wrong in many ways, because there's a lot of actual rape victims out there that you are pretty much like soiling like their trauma and all that, and it's just like, it's just wrong. And then that freaking soldier, your side piece, whatever, is like, well, I don't know if he was a soldier. I don't know if it said, I don't remember. But anyways, either way, that guy is being accused as a rapist now, and that's like terrible. Oh God. People are like seriously delusional and crazy. Another experience I had, there was a wife down the street from our house on post. We became friends because our kids played together at the park. She introduced me to a couple other wives. One of them was a terrible, terrible person. I had a feeling she was bad news. I found out she had been arrested in Texas for harassing another wife. Wow. She was taken from her home in handcuffs. She had to go back to Texas and turn herself in and face possible jail time. Damn. As soon as I found that shit out, I removed her from my life. I wanted nothing to do with her. She began to stalk me. We moved to another duty station. She called to file a complaint against my husband. What? We didn't live on post there. She tried to say we were harassing her. She called and tried to find out my husband's commander. He was in a secure area, no smartphones, watches, etc. So they weren't going to give out information like that. So she was transferred to CID. I'm not sure what that is. I don't know all of the military acronyms and lingo because I just don't care to. So I don't know what CID means. So sorry. CID was like, well, we will pass the message on for you. My husband was called by CID, and then he called me and said I need to reach out to CID and find out what I need to do. CID advised me to go to my local police department, file harassment charges, put a restraining order in place and block her name. All her aliases, I know that word, I just, for some reason I can't say it. Aliases, got it. All her aliases that I knew of, and have my cell carrier block her name and number from ever contacting me again. I do not know what happened to her after that. Dang, this girl's got a lot of stories. 3 stories, or was that 4? That's crazy. She's like a serial military wife harasser. Like, why? Why do people care so much to be like terrible? I don't get it. When we were at Fort Lee, the PX had a check cashing policy. No checks cashed over a certain amount. There was a general's wife, oh, this is gonna be good, who came in and demanded to be the exception to the rule. I went to the PX a lot when my kids were little. It was an easy and safe way to get out of the house and walk around with them in the cart or in the stroller. Of course, it was granted. Oh, what the fuck? She then threw a fit that they did not have any $100 bills, only 20s and 50s. She berated the poor customer service employee to the point of tears, aww, and kept shouting,
"Do you know who I am? My husband can make your life and your husband's life hell."
The MPs were called and they walked her out of the store. I never saw her again. Oh my God. my husband may be a specialist, but that doesn't make me or him any less of a person, okay? Like, gross. Oh gosh. Like, I don't know if I've ever experienced a military wife yet. I've heard things, but I haven't experienced personally like a military wife using their husband's rank to like get shit, or like pretty much what this lady did. Like, we get it, you're a general's wife, cool, but what does that make you? Like, you're still just a wife to him, or whatever other career you have. Probably not, though. That's just Henry and I actually watch Army Wives. We're watching it right now, actually. We both love it, and it's funny because now that he's in the Army, we like to like debunk some things and be like, what the hell, that's like not even true, or like, why is their uniform like we just like to, like, we love the show, but we also like to nitpick it. And it's just crazy because like on there, you know, the general's wife is like friends with, she's super sweet, and she's friends with like other wives who their husbands are lower ranks and stuff like that. And I don't know, like I've always wanted to know who like the general is of like Fort Hood, and like see who their wife is and see if they're like, if they act anyway like the general's wife on Army Wives, because it's very interesting. And I wonder if like that's like if they're actually like that like pretentious, and you know, you may be the general's wife, but that does not mean you're the general, and you should not talk to people the way you just did. And the fact that you are gonna make this person in her husband's life hell because they don't have $100 bills. Why do you need a $100 bill? Like, who just needs a $100 bill? Like, what? Get 250s or 420s. Like, come on. All right, next one. This is from Hood. Funny enough, what? Hood in the house. Not super hood in the hood. Oh, I just got that hood in the hood. Okay, sorry. Not super juicy, but gives a lot of context as to why I don't mess with people or the FRG much. My husband's FRG leader at Hood wanted me to join. Said no, literally don't have time. Well, she ended up starting rumors that two married soldiers, not to each other, were having an affair. Both ended up getting divorced, and comes to light that the rumors were not true. The commander kicked her off from being the FRG leader because he said they can't have that kind of toxicity. Here's another word I know how to say, but I can't say it. Toxicity in their FRG. I told my husband, yep, that's why I stay away. Don't have time for that shit. Girl, honestly, we've been here almost 2 years, and there was an FRG leader the first year, and she's no longer the FRG leader, but this was during like peak pandemic, so there was like no meetings or anything like that, and she like I don't know, I never heard from her ever. But now I still haven't heard from the new FRG leader, and I don't go to anything FRG related, but I have gotten 2 emails from the FRG, so I mean, they have my email, but I don't do anything with FRG. Like, literally, I'm a boring Army wife, okay? I don't do anything. I just live my normal life like Henry's just at a normal, regular job, because to me, that's what it is. So, whatever. Okay, I don't know if I'm going to read this next one because it says it's starting at, but it's at Hood again. This one's at Hood again. All the Hood is crazy. Fort Hood is crazy. Nothing's crazy happened to me, but it's crazy. Like, if you want to just see things, like, just Google Fort Hood and a bunch of shit will pop up. Bet. but this one says, LOL, where to start? Sorry, this is going to be a novel, so I don't know if I'll be able to read it, because if it's gonna be a novel, this is gonna be like an hour-long video, and we can't have that. So I will read this one next time, but know that it's gonna be good because it says it looks good, and it's at Fort Hood, so you know it's gonna be crazy. So that will be the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it. I really do enjoy doing these videos, and I really want to do more of these type of videos, but like they don't all have to be like military related. Like I was thinking of doing like TikTok reactions, or just like video reactions, or just commentary on other things like Reddit, like subreddits and stuff like that. I just need to look at like the YouTube policies and stuff and figure out what I can and cannot post, so I don't get copyrighted. But I really do enjoy doing these. They're fun. So if you did like it, give it a thumbs up. If you're not already subscribed, do it right now. Hit that subscribe button. And let me know in the comments what you thought about these stories, and if you have any other stories of your own, you can email me. I'll put my email here. Just put in like the subject like military wife horror story, you know, just something like that, so I know that that's what the email is about. If you have any other like ideas or suggestions of other things that you would want to see me react to or comment to, leave that in the comments, and I would be so happy. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed, and I will see y'all in my next one. Bye.